Hello everyone and welcome back to the last video of 2021. This video is taking place obviously December 31st, 2021, which is also my birthday, so I'm finally 20 years old, you know. Uh, it feels so long ago, like a distant memory when I was first starting out YouTube and all different stuff happening in my life. So yeah, cool. But anyways, today's video specifically is talking about my GPU haul for 2021. Now, when I say haul, I mean what I got in December. That's all I mean. And to give you the gist, I have a little summary right here, but if you want to watch the video of me unboxing everything, then I will leave that somewhere in the description, at least if I remember it. If not, it's the video right before this one. So anyways, getting to the first graphics cards. So this is a little out of order in performance, but this should give you a gist of what I have. Now it's broken down for brand of GPU, so it'd be an AMD or an NVIDIA, and then also the name as well as the amount of memory it has. I also have the part number, but some of them aren't accurate because when I was trying to look up one of my 3870s that I got, it didn't come up the way that the cooler was shown, because this was a flower style cooler that I saw the the um, the part number attributed to. So it's a little weird, but I know it's a 3870. So that's the gist. Okay, so starting off our list, we had a Radeon HD 4650 with 512 megabytes of memory, as well as a 1 gigabyte version of that card, also another 4650 from AMD. I also received a Radeon RX 1650 XT, that's with 256 megabytes of memory. I got a GTX 660 with 2 gigabytes of memory from Sparkle. Now, that was probably the most interesting one that I got. Also, the most powerful card that I got, at least compared to my first, because this was on my second run. But on my first run, my most powerful card that I had was a 2600 XT. Now, that was a beefy card, but it was a low profile, like workstation style kind of card. But anyways, I'll say that again later. But anyways, so then I had that 3870 I mentioned before with 512 megabytes of memory. We also received another Sparkle card, but this is the AGP card. I had no clue what it was. I just didn't know what it was. So I popped the top off because there were no serial numbers on the back I could find on Google. And I looked at the die, and the die is just like a slab. It's not like a GPU nowadays where it's very glossy. It's a little smaller. But no, this is just like a slab of like plasticky looking silicon. And what I discovered is that this is a 5500 FX from Sparkle again, their passive cooled card, and it was from NVIDIA. And that kind of piqued my interest because I'm just like, huh, I haven't had an AGB card in forever. Sadly, I don't have any motherboards to use it, and it's a little more on the outdated side, and I guess there was some big debacle with the 5000 series and was it like the 6000 series from NVIDIA way back in the day. So I probably won't get around to doing anything with that, but I will keep it as clean as possible in that little drawer behind me right there. It's a little, you can't see it, but it's back there. I have a blur effect going on, so me pointing back there does nothing. Going down farther, again, out of order completely, we have three AMD X1300s, with one of them being the Pro Edition, but all of them combined having 256 megabytes of memory. Not combined, each. So we would have a bunch of memory. Then Ooh, I'm actually mistaken. So we have 3 X1300s that have 256 megabytes of memory, but then one X1300 Pro, all of them with 256 megabytes of memory. So I think I got a little shafted with those, to be honest, because that is the most popular card I have on this list. With the next one being the 4650 for what it looks like, and then the 3870, but those weren't even part of the Visiontek unboxing, so I'm not going to count that. But yeah, the 4650s, oh, and also X1300s. Yeah. Next card we have is a HD 5450 with 1 gigabyte of memory. This is one of the larger cards that I have, so that's a nice thing. Obviously, larger is not always better when it comes to graphics cards. You always have to look at the speed of the memory, the architecture, blah 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 blah. Everyone's been testing this for years, possibly even decades. I know for sure decades, not possibly. But yes. And rounding off our list of graphics cards, I had that HD 2600 XT with 256 megabytes of memory. Now, like I said in the video, that was a very, very heavy card for the size, like the form factor that it was occupying. So I was very impressed with that, to be honest. And if I were to have that in the system, it would definitely be an open chassis, or it'd be glass, because that was a very pretty card. Got a big skull on it and everything. And then rounding off the list even more, we had the Geforce 8400 GS, which was a PCI non-express graphics card with 256 megabytes of memory, and for the life of me, I could not find where the card came from. Because I would look at the coolers on the same card, same slot type, and the cooler would be just a little too bent, because this one, it kind of went down a bit and then up, but on the other ones it was very more flat before it went up, and it was confusing. It's like the other X1300 that had that copper cooler on it. I have no idea what model that is, and I can't find anything about it. So if for some reason someone here is more tech savvy than me, or would do more research to find out what those are, that would be very nice. Not that it's going to lead to much, because they're over 10 years old, but it's just a curiosity thing. And then actually going off on GPUs for a second, I did purchase some other PC components off camera and everything. So there's this place in my city where it's called $6 deals. It's basically like an Amazon kind of like reseller, or Amazon return reselling, or a liquidation. So basically they just take all these random pallets from places like Amazon and like sometimes AliExpress, from what I was told, and they will just sell it to you at a discounted price. And the most amazing thing happened. So everyone knows AMD. Everyone knows the lawsuit that happened with AMD and their FX line of processors. And blah, 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 blah. Very, very, very interesting stuff. So basically, there was a $10 processor there. It was from AM3, AMD, and it was an AM3 processor. Now, I'll give you a second to try and guess what it is. Okay, so if it's an FX 8350 that I got for $10. Now, the only caveat with it was that it had bent pins. Now, I did not record it on camera because I was worried that me commentating over me bending the pins back would be, distracting. And also that I would get, flamed in the comments being like, oh, you used, I don't know, like pliers, or oh, you used a credit card or whatever. But I did use very, very fine tweezers to fix it. And I did get all the CPU pins back, and they're all stable. They're not bending in any weird way. I just don't have a motherboard for it. So let me actually grab the box real quick. I'll be right back. Actually, I'm going to be right here, so you're going to see a chair, and that chair is going to be beautiful, okay? And I'm back. Wow, that was so quick. Yeah, it was just in my closet. So here is the box. Hopefully it doesn't auto-rotate. No, the blur. Okay, well basically it says $10 and it's for an AMD FX processor, and on the top it's covered by probably like a return sticker or something, but it says 8350, and then the processor. Now you're definitely not going to be able to see the pins on this, but I think I did a pretty banging job on this. I'm gonna turn off my my blur real quick because this is gonna get annoying. So yeah, you will not be able to see those pins, but trust me, those pins, they're as straight as can be. And I basically just netted myself a what's it called, a $80 something processor for about $10. So yeah, so that is the GPU overhaul, and then the bonus CPU mention that I had there with that 8300 or 8350. So yeah, I will link the, I will link the video in the description, both videos actually, talking about the unboxing and all that. Oh gosh, my hair. And I will also, I'll also put the ID numbers into the description as well for the graphics cards, in case you guys want to look them up and see the history about them, because a lot of them are pretty interesting, like the FX 5500. That's for a brand new card. That's, well, brand new as in unopened from the box, but like that's some interesting history right there with AGP and all that before PCI Express. But I went on a little bit of tangent, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to make some more content like this in the future. I'm continuing to, grow. As all creators say, continue to grow. Also, males stop growing when they hit like 23, so physically I will grow. That will be true. But also, my content and my hoarding collection of all computer parts. As you can see behind me, I have 3 computers. I am one person. Okay, well, thank you. Bye-bye!